We welcome you to Adams/Friendship, Wisconsin, here at Adams Friendship High School for tonight's opening day matchup between the Pacelli Cardinals, the visiting Pacelli Cardinals, and the homestanding Adams Friendship Green Devils. Hi, everybody. Jack Weber along with Trevor Zaleski here on Zaleski Sports. As it's finally baseball season, it's finally starting to look a little bit like spring. Knock on wood, though, there is rain, and you never quite know what it's going to bring. We're supposed to get close into the 70s next week. But right now, we're focusing on baseball. A couple little background around this team. The Pacelli Cardinals last season had a very good record, 19-6, 10-0 in the CWC South. They were the champions of the CWC South. However, they were upset in the WIAA regional round by Iola Scandinavia 5-2 with the unlikely run of the Thunderbirds last year in the playoffs. They are coached by Wayne Sankey. The Adams Friendship Green Devils finished 16-10 last year, 6-4 in the South Central Conference, third behind Wisconsin Dells and Watoma. And they lost their WIA regional matchup as well to Baraboo 8-6. And they're coached by Matt Blakely. With that, let's tell you the starting lineups. We will start with the Pacelli Cardinals. Leading off at shortstop, number 15, Melise Badoon. Batting second, number 7, Asher Jordan. You know, we're going to just start over. I apologize. I'll tell you after National Anthem. Beautiful rendition of our national anthem, as I will now read these starting lineups. We'll start with the visiting Pacelli Cardinals. Leading off and playing shortstop, number 15, Melise Badoon. Batting second and doing the pitching, number 7, Asher Jordan. Batting third and in right field, number 2, Brock Bierencott. Batting fourth and in center field, number 3, Peyton Flees. Batting fifth and doing the catching, number 6, Tim Sackman. Batting sixth at second base, number 9, Lucas Hammerly. Batting seventh, and at first base, number 10, Mitchell Grover. Batting eighth, and at third base, number 5, Andrew Van Order. And rounding out the Cardinals, batting ninth and playing left field, number 20, Nolan Wojcik. Then for the homestanding Green Devils of Adams Friendship, leading off, number 2 in center field, Xander Klaus. Batting second, number 3, and playing shortstop, Lincoln Smith. Batting third and playing second base, number 4, J.J. Ems. Batting fourth and playing third base, number 12, Cameron Klaus. Batting fifth and pitching, number 9, Preston Wampler. Batting sixth in right field, number 28, Ethan Park. Batting seventh and doing the catching, number 22, Johnny Drankowitz. Batting eighth at first base, number 24, Blake Johnston. And batting ninth in left field, number 21, Mason Weatherholt. Looks like we are all set to go here it's a pretty nice night here in Friendship, Wisconsin, for the site of this opening day game for both teams. Both teams getting ready to start the season. This game was originally scheduled for tomorrow, but bad weather and some openness in the schedule allowed both teams to move up till today. And we're ready to go with Melise Badoon ready to lead it off against Preston Wampler for the Green Devils. Is Wampler ready? And Wampler's first offering is outside for a ball, and we're underway here in Adams Friendship. 1-0 on Badoon. And Badoon fouls one off to the right side, and it's even at a ball and a strike. Cardinals, as we said, very competitive last year, but did not succeed in the playoffs. Badoon fouls another one off, and he's down 1-2. And we'll tell our audience, as you know, there's been a lot of changes in the rules of baseball. Here's the 1-2 from Wampler, and that's down in the dirt. And a nice block by Drankowitz, even at 2-2. The 2-2 from Wampler, and that gets away from Drankowitz, and his count is full, 3-2. One thing we're noticing is Wampler works fast. He doesn't really take a lot of time in between pitches. He's a very fast worker. The 3-2, and Badoon rips one foul, and that'll be, I believe, out of play, or it hit one of the light posts. It did go out of play, so it'll remain 3-2. 3-2 to Badoon, and that is inside, and it's ball 4, so Melise Badoon draws a walk to start things out, and the Pacelli Cardinals have a base runner. That'll bring on number 7, Andrew Van Order. Sorry, Asher Jordan, I apologize. Ball 1 to Asher, as that was high and tight. Dune with a medium leadoff first, and that's again inside on Jordan, and it's 2-0 on Asher. Seems the key is patience when dealing with Wampler, and a swing and a foul ball. Asher just got a piece of that, and it's now 2-1. And what I was explaining is there is no pitch clock here, which is really probably a good thing. It definitely throws off pitchers, I've noticed. Here's the 2-1, and that's high and tight again, and it's 3-1. So Wampler in a bit of getting a little bit in trouble here in the first inning. 3-1 with a man on. And that's down in the dirt. And back-to-back walks to start things out to Badoon and Jordan. And the Pacelli Cardinals have runners at first and second with nobody out. And that will bring on Brock Bierencott. Said, Pacelli won the CWC South, and I was actually talking with Asher Jordan one time. He just said that they just underachieved in the playoffs, and they just didn't achieve their real goal they had a chance to do. That's up high, and ball 1 to Brock Bierencott. That could be said with a lot of teams. You know, I feel like this basketball play, most recent basketball playoffs were really crazy. Teams you expected to win maybe weren't necessarily the champions. That's outside, 2-0 on Bierencott, and Wampler is really having some trouble finding the strike zone in this first inning. Runners at first and second with nobody out. 2-0. And that's in there, a called strike. Big pitch there for Wampler. He needed that one. Just on the outside corner. And it's 2-1 on Bierencott. Wampler deals again. And Bierencott a swing and a miss. Foul tipped it into the glove of Drankowitz. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wampler ready, and he deals. And in the air to right, drifting over, and that is going to be caught by Park. Badoon will tag up and go to third, and there is out number 1. Had a lot of carry. It kind of just kept carrying down the line, but still a productive out for Bierencott. As Badoon goes to third, and there's runners at the corners with 1 out for Peyton Fleas. Peyton Fleas playing center field. A lot of basketball players on this roster. And a swing and a miss to Fleas. Asher Jordan was thinking about going. He instead retreats back to first. Here's the 0-1. And on the ground, could be 2, 4, 6, 4. No, it's not play. The play is not made by Blake Johnston, and a run will score. Badun is in as Fleas will reach on a fielder's choice. A run scores. It's 1-0 Pacelli as the Cardinals score the first run of the season. But there are 2 outs now, and that's going to bring on Tim Sackman. And I apologize if my calls aren't great. This is my first time calling base. Well, actually, technically it is not, but just a little new at it. It's going to get better as the game goes on, I promise. Outside 1-0 to Sackman. Here's the 1-0. And just outside. Close pitch there. 2-0 on Sackman. Sackman rips one down the left field line, hooking into the corner. That is going to be a fair ball. Off to the races. Here comes Fleas, and the throw is going to be cut off. Fleas scores all the way from first. It's an RBI double for Tim Sackman, and the Cardinals lead 2-0. Boy, he crushed that one. So an RBI double for Tim Sackman, and that's going to bring up Lucas Hammerly, and that's in there for a strike from Wampler. And that's in there for a strike. Two good pitches in a row by Wampler, and Hammerly is down 0-2. 2-0, runner at second with Sackman, and that is down low. 1-2. Close pitch to take there by Hammerly, down 0-2. But it's called the ball. The 1-2. That's on the ground to third. And the throw is no, it gets away from Johnston. Not a great throw by Cameron Klaus. And another run's going to score. In to score is Sackman as Hammerly goes to second base. That'll most likely be an E5. And it is 3-0 Pacelli as 2 runs come in courtesy of a couple of bad throws. As that is in there for a strike now on number 10 and the first baseman Mitchell Grover. And a swing and a miss by Grover, and he's down 0-2. Wampler necessarily hasn't had trouble finding the strike zone except for the first couple batters, but he settled in. It's just been getting the plays that need to be made done. And that is a called strike 3. A 3-pitch strikeout, but damage done. 3 runs scored by Pacelli. 3-0 Cardinals. Green Devils coming up. You're watching baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
At Auto Select, we have one goal, to be your choice for repair, service, and tires.
We know how important your vehicle is to you. That's why we put your needs first. Our employees are not just well trained to fix your vehicle, they're skilled in providing the very best in customer service and exceeding expectations. Get the trusted service you deserve, as well as free loaner vehicles, 3% Auto Select rewards, and a nationwide warranty at our 11 convenient locations.
At Auto Select, you're good to go.
When you have a house full of kids, your water consumption is through the roof. But when the kids move out, the water usage goes down. But how long are they really gone for? With high-efficiency systems made by WaterCare, Maher Water Corporation can roll with any size-changing families. So call us today so we can help you with those water use issues. The laundry is still up to you.
Welcome back. A little bit of a rough call on my part in the first inning. 3-0 Pacelli. We'll get better, trust me. Just getting to know new rosters, but it is 3-0 on a run scoring on a couple of bad throws, as well as a double by Tim Sackman. And now it is the Green Devils' chance to try their, I guess, hitting abilities. Wish there was a better way to end that sentence. Against Asher Jordan on the mound for Pacelli. How the defense stacks up for Pacelli as we take a look as how the Cardinals, who finished 19-6 last year, stack up defensively behind Asher Jordan. Wolchek out in left field, Fleas in center, Bierencott in right. In the infield, it's Van Order, Badoon, Hammerly, Grover, Sackman behind the plate, and on the mound is Asher Jordan. We get ready as Xander Klaus ready to lead things off for the Green Devils as Jordan's first pitch is well outside, and it's 1-0 on Klaus. Green Devils maybe looking for a little redemption inning here after a little bit of a rough first, as that is just outside. 2-0 on Klaus. To Klaus, and just hugs the corner. That was very similar to the pitch that the umpire just called the ball, but it is 2-1 on Klaus. I don't necessarily blame Klaus for taking that pitch. Here's the 2-1, and that bounces in the dirt. 3-1. Here's a 3-1 to Klaus, and a tapper. Jordan, this is going to be a tough play. Jordan, throw to first is in time. Nice play by Jordan and a good stretch by Mitchell Grover out there at first. And there is out number one. If Jordan waits probably about an extra second, he probably does not get Klaus. As now it is Lincoln Smith as that one gets away from Sackman. 1-0 on Lincoln Smith. As the last play goes 1-3 on the putout. 1-0 to Smith. And a line drive, going to be a tough play coming in charging, and no play is made by Badoon. It would have been a tough play. I don't think he would have gotten Smith either way. And that will be most likely will be an infield hit. Again, even if Badoon fields that, I don't think he gets Lincoln Smith on that throw. So, runner at first with one out, and that will bring on JJM's number 4, playing second base. The green. Jordan now working with a man on first. And he deals. On the ground, this is going to be a tough play. Van Order coming in. Van Order's throw to first is in time. Nice stretch by Grover. And there's 2 down. So Jordan doing a good job almost jamming the Green Devils. Nothing has been hit overly that hard. Runner at second now with 2 outs on the after the 5-3 putout. As now that is going to bring on number 12, Cameron Klaus. Smith with a small lead at second. And that's in there for a strike from Jordan on Cameron Klaus. Here's the 0-1 from Asher. And that is ripped into right field, and that is going to drop in for a base hit. From around third comes Smith. He will score to put the Green Devils on the board. It's 3-1. RBI single Cameron Klaus, and it's 3-1 Pacelli. So 2 outs, and now that'll bring on the pitcher, Preston Wampler, number 9. You can really only charge about one of these runs, really, to Wampler. I mean, he got the ball in play, and there were 2. Wampler crushes one. Well, I shouldn't say crushes. Gets under one. And that will be caught by Badoon, and the inning is over. Jordan gives up 2 hits and gives up a run. 3-1 Pacelli. We're going to the second. You're watching baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
This is Monogram, Plover, Wisconsin, feeding America. And these are the people who work here, proud of their jobs and the products they make.
They give me all of the tools that I need to get there. There's always training and different projects that they put me on to help me grow in a different way. These guys are like my second family.
As an athlete, there's one constant that remains the most important aspect of your game: injury prevention. Roberts Physical Therapy now offers the Pineries Running Lab, your one-stop running center focusing on working with runners to prevent injuries and enhance your performance. From running exclusive sports like cross-country and track and field to running inclusive sports like football, basketball, baseball, and soccer, let Roberts Physical Therapy's Pineries Running Lab meet you at the track, your home, or the field and help you prevent injury and keep on running. Call Roberts Physical Therapy with locations in Amherst, Plainfield, and Wisconsin Rapids.
3-1 Pacelli after 1 here on Zaleski Sports, as the Cardinals coming back up to bat with Andrew Van Order, who will lead it off. Milwaukee Brewers won today 10-0 over the New York Mets in the home opener. Highlight of the day was the grand slam by rookie Bryce Terang. What some impact those players have been making. Bryce Terang, Joey Weimer, Garrett Mitchell. Future is bright for the Milwaukee Brewers, as Wampler's first pitch is inside on Van Order, 1-0 on Andrew. Wampler deals, and that's in there for a strike right down the middle. No doubt about that one. Pretty nice night, actually. It's about time the weather got decent. And that bounces in the dirt. 2-1 on Andrew Van Order. Here's the 2-1 from Wampler. And that is inside again. And it's 3-1 on Andrew Van Order to start things out here in the second. 3-1. And that is just outside. And so a leadoff walk to Van Order, and the leadoff man is aboard for the Cardinals. So very reminiscent to the first inning. Cardinals start the inning off with a walk, as that'll bring on number 20, Nolan Wojcik. And Wojcik lays down a bunt. That'll go foul. Trying to lay down a sacrifice. Had that stayed fair, would have been a really good bunt. Wojcik down 0-1 in the count. And that is high and outside. And the ball is even, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. One. Wampler sends one up high on Wojcik. I don't know why I can't say names consistently. I say it one way and then I say it another way. Don't know why I do that. And a high. That looked pretty good. And now the throw gets away. Van Order wouldn't have advanced, but Drankowitz threw it over the head of Wampler. (3-1 to Wojcik. And a swing and a miss. Big cut there. Wojcik was looking to send that one out of here. Athletic swing right there. So now a full count. And that is ripped into right field, falling fast down, base hit. Van Order will stop at second. And the Cardinals have the first 2 men on, a single for Nolan Wojcik. So runners at second and first with nobody out, and we're back to the top of the order for number 15, Melise Badoon, who walked in his first at-bat. and eventually came around to score. And Badoon lays down a bunt. It's a good one, and nobody covering, and there's not going to be anybody out. Everybody's safe. I think Blaze Johnston was fielded so far in on the bunt, I don't think he would have been able to get back in time, but he barely moved. So the bases are loaded with nobody out, and big-time trouble for Wampler here in the second inning as Asher Jordan will step up, and that's in there for a strike. That'll most likely be a base hit. I don't know what else they could really rule that. Here's the 0-1 to Jordan, and that's inside, nearly hit him. 1-1, the count even. One. And now, ooh, wow, great stop there by Drankowitz. That ball gets away. Van Order scores easily. There's a big backstop here at Devil Diamond. On the ground, that is going to roll foul. So the count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bases loaded, nobody out. Van Order walked to start the inning, then Wojcik singled, and then the bunt single by Badoon. The 2-2. In the air, down the line, that's going to go out of play and on to the street. And that's just going to keep rolling into the neighborhoods. Still remains 2 balls and 2 strikes on Asher Jordan, who also walked in his first at-bat. And that is in there just inside. And now it's a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nowhere to put him for Wampler. The 3-2. In the air to left. Drifting back. Going back is... And that is going to be caught on the warning track by Xander Klaus. Van Order will tag. The throw to third. He doesn't have the ball. Had Cameron Klaus hung onto that ball, I think that Wojcik probably would have been out. So a sacrifice fly as Van Order comes in to score. Runners at the corners now. And the Cardinals get that run back. It's 4-1, and that'll bring on Brock Bierencott. Up high as Badoon, who stayed put on that play, didn't tag up to second base. Here's the 1-0. And that is low. 2 balls and no strikes on Brock Bierencott. Wampler deals. Up high, 3 balls and no strikes. Bierencott flew out to right field in his first at-bat. And that's in there for a strike. You ever notice that in baseball, that anytime somebody throws like 3 straight balls, their 4th pitch is a perfect strike right down the middle? That's just something about baseball. I've always kind of... And that's down in the dirt. So a 5-pitch walk to Bierencott, and the bases are loaded again. And that'll bring on Peyton Flees, who grounded into a fielder's choice last inning and almost could have been a 6-4-3 inning-ending double play, but a bad throw allowed a run to score and allowed Flees to reach. And the next man, Sackman, doubled, and Flees scored all the way from first. Flees rips one into center field. Klaus drifting over. He makes the catch, and Wojcik had to retreat a bit, and there will be no tag. Not a great throw. Now that gets away from Drankowitz, and Wojcik's going to come in to score. Now it's 5-1 Pacelli on... A mistake there by the Green Devils. And the Cardinals are able to get another run out of it because Wojcik was not gonna tag because I think he had to retreat because it was hit relatively hard. Didn't have a lot of height. That's ball 1 on Sackman. But a throwing error, and Sackman rips one foul. Sackman doubled his first time up. He crushed that one to left. Wamper ready. up high to Sackman. 2 balls and 1 strike on Tim. Runners at second and third. And that is going to be a foul ball. Sackman being aggressive. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the second inning. 5-1 Pacelli here on Zaleski Sports. The 2-2. And that is up high. 3 balls and 2 strikes now and a full count on Sackman. Lucas Hammerly on deck. It's a 3-2. Sackman in the air to center field. Klaus drifting back. Still drifting back, and he makes the catch. And the inning is over. Cardinals get 2 runs thanks to a sac fly and a throwing error. 5-1 Cardinals. We go to the bottom of the second. You're watching Zaleski Sports.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
When the last thing you need to happen does. One of our 16 mobile service trucks from Sherrill Tire and Service Center can keep you rolling and growing. Sherrill Tire and Service Center, your locally owned farm tire specialist.
Sherrill Tire and Service, keep growing and rolling with us.
Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Heartland Custom Homes is Central Wisconsin's premier home builder. For 50 years, Heartland Custom Homes in Plover has kept their mission of building better living for you and your family. And the Par 4 Bistro in Wapaka, you can come to the Par 4 Bistro for a wonderful dining experience with a full menu of delicious options, perfect for date nights, family nights out, or your next get-together. Come to Par 4 Bistro on Highway 54 in Wapaka. 5-1 Pacelli here as we go to the bottom of the second, as Adams Friendship coming up to bat. As Ethan Park, number 28, the right fielder, will lead things off for the Green Devils. As Asher Jordan back out to work another inning. Two up for this inning for the Green Devils are Park, Drankowitz, and Johnston, as that ball skips away from Sackman. 1-0 on Park. This is 1-0. High and away, 2 balls and no strikes on Park. The 2-0. And that's way high. 3 balls and no strikes. Three-0 to Jordan. And that is right down the middle of the park. 3-1. And way outside. So a little bit of a wild pitching sequence for Asher Jordan. So a leadoff walk for Park, and the leadoff man is on for Adams Friendship. So that'll bring on number 22, the catcher Johnny Drankowitz. Here's the first pitch, right down the middle, 0-1 on Drankowitz. It's not a bad take. You kind of want to, after watching last at bat, you want to see what Jordan's going to throw at you. Asher's 0-1, and a swing and a miss by Drankowitz, 0-2. Asher ready, the 0-2. And that's down in the dirt, and that skips away from Sackman. Going to second is Park, and he will get there standing. One and two as now a runner in scoring position for Adams Friendship with nobody out. And, they just called the balk. They did. Yep, they just called the balk. I think that Asher went into his motion but then froze a bit. Was not a very obvious call. And that is fouled right back at us. Sometimes I forget there's a cage right there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jordan's ready, the 1-2. And that is a called strike 3 right down the middle. And Drankowitz knew it. As it looks like as that's down low, as Crispin Landon is batting instead of Blaze Johnston, number 10. And that bounces in the dirt. Good block by Sackman. 2-0. Number 10, Crispin Landon. And a swing and a miss by Landon. Big cut there. Here's the 2-1. And that's inside, controlled by Sackman. 3 balls and 1 strike on Landon. Runner at third with 1 out. And that hit him, yeah. Would have been ball 4 regardless, and that actually saves Pacelli because that probably would have brought in a run. So runners at the corners with 1 out as Adams Friendship's got something going here, and that's going to bring on number 21, the left fielder, Mason Weatherholt. Jordan in a bit of a jam, and the first pitch is a swing and a miss by Weatherholt, 0-1. Nice job by Jordan to drop that pitch right in there. Asher's ready, the 0-1. In the air, fouled, and that is going to be out of play. Not really sure where that went. So 0-2 now here on Weatherholt. Here's the 0-2. Weatherholt takes one just high. Close pitch there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Thanks to Adams Friendship for hosting us tonight. We appreciate it. 1-2 as outside and low. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Count even. Jordan's in a bit of a jam. Runners at the corners. Here's the 2-2. Runner takes off, and that's in the dirt. That gets away from Sackman. And coming in to score is Park. Yes, sorry, Park. For some reason I thought he was 24. My bad. Either way, a run scores as Landon goes to second base. It's 5-2, and now a runner in scoring position for Weatherholt. The 3-2. That is ripped down the line. That is going to go out of play. Strain that one out. That is quite a admiring hit for Weatherholt. Just had to straighten it out a bit. Outfielders playing relatively shallow. I don't think they're really expecting too much pop off the bat of Weatherholt. Three-2 from Jordan. And that is popped up and that's going to go out of play, and we'll do it again. 8th pitch of the at-bat for Weatherholt as he's battling against Asher Jordan. Thank you for tuning in to Zaleski Sports, your home for all Pacelli athletics. 3-2. And that's ball 4. And now going to third, and Landon, that throw gets away into the outfield. Landon will stay put. As I said, the Pacelli outfielders are not playing very deep, as Wojcik was playing very shallow, which helps the Cardinals avoid giving up a run. So now runners at the corners with only 1 out. And we're back to the top of the order. And that'll bring up number 2, Xander Klaus. And that's outside. Sure, Jordan's having some trouble finding the strike zone. 1 ball and no strikes. Appreciate all the Pacelli fans who made the trip. About a 55-minute drive from Stevens Point. High outside, 2-0 on Klaus. As I said earlier, Jack Weber along with Trevor Zaleski here on Zaleski Sports. Here's the 2-0 to Klaus, and that is fouled off. So 2-1 now. Pretty good cut there by Klaus. Not a bad pitch to swing at. Just a little late. Here's the 2-1. That's in the dirt. Nice stop there by Sackman. So 3 balls and 1 strike. As I said earlier, the backstop is relatively big here at Adams Friendship. So any ball that gets away from Sackman, it's going to be a run. So a good stop there by Tim. 3-1. In the air to center field. And that'll be caught. Tagging. And no tag as Landon retreats. Catch was made by Peyton Flees. So runners still at the corners. So now that will bring up Lincoln Smith, number 3, who had an infield hit his first time up. Smith in the air to left. Wojcik drifting over toward the line. That's going to go out of play and foul. So 0-1 on Smith. Good hustle by the Cardinal defenders, but here's the 0-1 to Smith. And that's right down Broadway, 0-2. Good pitch there by Asher Jordan. Jordan trying to get out of this, but just giving up 1 run. The 0-2. And just outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Good take there by Smith. Jordan checks the runners. And the pitch. And that is tapped. This is going to be a tough play. Jordan fields it, throws first in time. And Smith, yikes. Smith took a bit of a tumble. Looks like he's okay. Green Devils put a couple men on base, but they only get 1. 5-2 Pacelli. We're going to the 3rd here on Zaleski Sports.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10. Nasonville Dairy, www.blanker.com.
At Blanker Construction, the focus is on building something great. Find a personable experience that understands your needs, followed by a customized interior and exterior design. Our project managers, carpenters, and designers on site are hard at work with only one goal in mind: building you the home of your dreams. When you're ready to build your new forever home, look to Blanker Construction, your custom home builder serving all of central Wisconsin. Find your inspiration online at blankerco.com or stop in on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point. Build something great with Blanker Construction.
Welcome back here on Zaleski Sports. 5-2 Pacelli going to the top of the third. We have a new pitcher for Adams Friendship. Number 2, Xander Klaus, now on the mound for the Green Devils. Cameron Klaus moves from third base to first base. Looks like Mason Weatherholt is now in center field. Preston Wampler moves to third, the previous pitcher. As that ball is high and outside. The Cardinal leadoff hitter in the third, which is number 9, Lucas Hammerly. And up high, 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the 2-0. Hammerly takes a strike. Good pitch there from Klaus. Nobody knows potatoes in Wisconsin quite like Heartland Farms. With roots in Amherst and now based in Hancock, this 5th-generation potato and vegetable farm produces many varieties of chipping potato and is currently farming 27,000 irrigated acres and growing. Learn more at heartland.farm. That's heartland.farm. And Cheese Pleasers in Bancroft is a local hidden gem filled with all the finest cheeses, snack sticks, cheese curds, and cheese trays. For Wisconsin's finest cheeses, stop at Cheese Pleasers right off I-39 in Bancroft. As Hammerly draws a walk to start off the third, so the Cardinals have the leadoff man courtesy of a walk for the third straight inning. And that's going to bring on Mitchell Grover, number 10, who struck out looking his first time. And well high, 1-0 on Mitchell Grover. And the throw back to first. They'll check on the runner, and Hammerly back with a dive. As I said, Adams Friendship had a chance to get back in this game, but they could only get 1 run. A couple of interesting base running decisions. 1-0 on the ground. This could be 2. They're going to go to second for 1. Throw on to first. Wild throw. And that is, they'll get 1. So 1 gone on the fielder's choice. It goes 5-4 on the putout on the fielder's choice. And that kicks away, but Drankowitz is able to get to it quickly as Grover stays put. Andrew Van Order now batting. He walked last inning. Klaus deals. Little high. 2 balls and no strikes. Two to Van Order. Little high. Very close. 3 balls and no strikes. Here's a 3-0. And outside, so a 4-pitch walk. Runners at second and first with 1 out. Second walk of the night for Van Order. As Coach Blakely will come out as Nolan Wojcik will step up to the plate. It looks like Crispin Landon is out in left. No, actually. Green Devils out in a bunt formation. Wojcik did try to lay down a bunt in the first pitch he saw in his last at-bat, but then ended up singling. Kicks away from Drankowitz, but he's able to control it. So 1 ball and no strikes on Wojcik. Pacelli scored 3 runs in the first, 2 runs in the second. And a big cut on a pitch outside of the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike on Wojcik. Down low. 2 balls and 1 strike. They're not chasing those low pitches. You know, sometimes you can get batters to chase those. The Cardinals have just not been chasing those pitches tonight. 2 balls and 1 strike. Klaus deals. And that's in there for a strike. Good pitch there by Xander Klaus. And a big cut from Wojcik, a swing and a miss. So a strikeout for Klaus, and there's 2 gone here in the top of the third. First strikeout of the night for Klaus. And that will bring us back to the top of the order as Melise Badoon will bat. Badoon 1 for 1 tonight with a walk, as that's in there for a strike. Yeah, 1. And that's in there, called strike. So Klaus a strike away from getting out of this inning without giving up any runs, as the Green Devils trying to keep the Cardinals off the board for the first time tonight. The 0-2. And a swing and a miss. He got him. Drankowitz will apply the tag, and the inning is over. Cardinals strand 2. They get nothing. We've played 2.5. 5-2 Pacelli. You're watching baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at maidacustom.com.
At Nicolet Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolet Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolet Bank. Real people, real conversations.
Bottom of the third. 5-2 Pacelli. As the new pitcher out for the Cardinals, number 8, Kelton Opper, sophomore, number 8. As Asher Jordan's night is done, he goes 2 innings. as number 4, J.J. Ems, will lead it off for the Green Devils, as the Cardinals did not score for the first time tonight in the top half of the third. So can the Green Devils use that as some kind of momentum? As Opper starts out with a strike, 0-1 on Ems. Here's the 0-1. That is fouled off. Wow, whistle shot. Look out down there. Almost right into the... It's right at a Pacelli fan. 0-2. And that bounces in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Ems. Ems grounded out to third his last time up. Ems on the ground to third. Van Order has it. Throw to first is in time. So 2 ground outs to third is the story so far for J.J. Ems, as there's 1 down, and that will bring up number 12, Cameron Klaus. As Opper's first dealing to Klaus is up high. 1 ball and no strikes. 7 Milwaukee Brewers defeated the New York Mets 10-0. They play the Mets 2 more times this week. Then we'll have a day off on Thursday. Then a 3-game set with the rival Cardinals over the weekend. They welcome new Cardinal Wilson Contreras into town as a battle of the last 2 National League Central Division champions. 2 balls and no strikes on Cameron Klaus, and that's inside. 3 balls and no strikes. Opper deals, and that's in there for a strike. Klaus was taking all the way, and the count is now 3 balls and 1 strike. Opper trying to battle back after falling down 3 balls. No strikes. He will not. A ball, 4, and a walk to Cameron Klaus. A 1-out walk, and the Green Devils have a base runner for number 9, Preston Wampler, who was the starting pitcher for the Green Devils tonight. Had some trouble finding the zone, gave up a couple hits, but didn't pitch that bad. 2 of those runs in the first inning were really not his fault. They were just unfortunate throws and some unfortunate bounces on the throws that resulted in runs for the Cardinals. With a man on, Opper deals inside, and a nice job by Sackman to control that. Little inside on Wampler. 1 ball and no strikes. Inside. That was close. Oh. We can obviously see Opper is definitely working inside. He's come dangerously close to hitting Wampler on the 2 pitches he has thrown to him. And that's down low. 3 balls and no strikes. And now this is where it gets interesting, because if you walk Wampler here, the tying run will come to the plate. And that is up high. So a 4-pitch walk. Second walk given up by Opper. And that will bring on Ethan Park in a big spot for the Green Devils. Sorry, Ethan Pear, I apologize. It's kind of hard to tell on the lineup card. That's in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes. Well outside. And Sackman's going out there to have a word with Opper as he's just not finding the zone. And the Green Devils are just, I think they're just honestly being told to just take because the pitches are just not close. As after walking the last 2 batters, Opera's now falling down 2-0 to Ethan Pear. Again, I apologize to the Pear family if any of his relatives are watching. It looked like a seek, and the writing wasn't exactly the clearest, which I'm not criticizing them. I don't have great handwriting either, but 2-0. And there's a strike. Pitch that Opera needed. Little momentum boost, maybe. 2 balls and 1 strike. And Pear offers on a bunt. Sackman throw down to second, and Cameron Klaus back there. Sackman, not a bad move to try to see if he could get Klaus off the bag, but would have been tough. 3 balls and 1 strike on Ethan Pear. Opera ready, and he deals, and a swing and a miss. A big cut there by Pear, and is now a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pear was looking to crush that one out of here. Hetland Opera with a chance to try to battle back against Ethan Pear. The 3-2, and he offers a bunt, and that is ball 4, so the bases are going to be loaded. So now the bases are loaded for Johnny Drankowitz. Third walk of the inning given up by Opper. As Drankowitz steps in after striking out his first time up. In the air to right, shallow right, falling fast. That is going to drop in. Throw to third is almost thrown away. Sorry, Asher Jordan is playing third base now. So an RBI single for Drankowitz. A run is in. It's now 5-3 as Klaus comes in to score. As now it's Crispin Landon now hitting after he was hit by a pitch his first at bat. Here's the 0-1. And that's in there, a called strike on Landon. As Opper hits the inside corner, I should say. No balls and 2 strikes. Opper deals. In the dirt, nice block by Sackman. Crispin Landon in a big spot. Runners at second and third, 5-3 here in the bottom of the third. The 1-2 from Opper, and that is up high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good take there by Landon. Two balls and 2 strikes. Opper deals. And that is a called strike 3. Drop the hammer on him. And a big out for Ketlin Opper. As that will bring on Mason Weatherholt, number 21, who walked his last time up. Opper deals, and that is a ball. Looked pretty good from here. So 1 ball and no strikes on Weatherholt. Bases loaded. In the air to right. This is going to land foul. So a foul ball, 1 ball and 1 strike. Got to like the approach from Weatherholt. Not a bad piece of contact. The base is loaded. Go ahead run at first base for the Green Devils. Opper trying to get himself out of a jam, giving up just 1 run. Weatherholt takes one just a little high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Sun has set. It's nighttime here in Friendship. 2-1. And a swing and a miss. A big cut there by Weatherholt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hopper ready. Here it is. In the air to left. This is going to go foul. Lands on the track. And we'll do it again. Head into Fleet Farm and get big savings on Milwaukee Tools. Check out their selection of toolkits and tool storage options and save up to $200. Get everything you need in one stop. Get it all at Fleet Farm. Hopper ready, and he deals. And a swing and a miss. He got him. Hopper strikes out Landon and Weatherholt with the bases loaded. And the Green Devils strand 3. They get another run. 5-3. We're going to the 4th. You're watching baseball on Zaleski Sports.
When buying or selling land, the biggest decision you make is choosing your representation. Whitetail Properties is the top real estate company for selling hunting land, recreational properties, and farms. Our nationwide network of sportsmen, farmers, and investors offers a great opportunity for you to capitalize on the true market value of your property. In central Wisconsin, Brian Roosh is your local land specialist and is ready to help you get started on all of your property needs.
Welcome back here on Zaleski Sports. 5-3 Pacelli going to the top of the 4th inning here in the season opener for both the Green Devils and the Cardinals. You know who offers personal banking at its best? Nicolet Bank. They have locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill. Or you can learn more at nicoletbank.com. We also want to thank our game day sponsors, US Bank of Stevens Point, Pizza Ranch, Plover, Lee Ayers Jewelers, Blinds and Designs by Kelly, Arbuckles, Point Insurance, and Premier Auto. Xander Klaus back out there to pitch another inning for the Green Devils. As Asher Jordan will lead things off for Pacelli. And that's in there for a strike on Asher. Asher walked and hit a sacrifice and has a sacrifice fly in his first 2 at-bats. Rips one into right field, going back, and that is going to be run down and caught. Crispin Landon, what a nice job there, readjusting himself. And Jordan frustrated as he goes back to the dugout. Landon did not run that ball that well on the route, but he was able to make the catch and readjust himself. As Klaus deals a strike to Brock Bierenkott. Klaus ready and deals, and off the bat of Bierenkott and foul. No balls and 1 strike. 1 out here in the top of the 4th. And that's high and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike with the count even. Do apologize for the scoreboard not being updated. But we should be all good now. 1 ball and 1 strike. And off the end of the bat by Bierenkott. And Klaus mishandles it, and Bierenkott is going to reach. That'll be an E3. Cameron Klaus fields that cleanly. It is a sure out. So a man on now for Peyton Fleas. Fleas fouls one off into the night. No balls and one strike. Here's the 0-1. Fleas on the ground. This is going to be a tough play. And Drankowitz, a miscommunication, and the throw is not in time. Klaus and Drankowitz kind of were unclear who was going to take that ball, and Peyton Fleas able to leg that one out. That'll be an infield hit. So runners at, and that is in the air to right. Landon shading in. That is going to drop a base hit, and coming around third, coming in to score is Bierenkot. Now that throw gets away. Runners will advance. Flees to third. It's an RBI single for Sackman, his second hit of the night. That'll also be an E9 on the throw. Sounds more like I'm a coach when I say that. Good cut, good cut. Stay alive up there. You got it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss. Klaus strikes out Hammerly for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring on number 10, Mitchell Grover, who has struck out looking and reached on a fielder's choice. First pitch, Grover, and he did check his swing. Good job by Drankowitz to prevent that one from getting away and possibly giving the Cardinals another run. 1 ball and no strikes. And that is a called strike. Haven't seen that pitch get called a lot tonight, but that one is called. 1 ball and 1 strike. One. Grover, did he check his swing? And they say he went around. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One, 2. Grover, high and tight, 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's a good job by Grover there to check his swing. Two balls and 2 strikes. Grover, and that is a swing and a miss, and the inning is over. Cardinals get another run, though, on the RBI single by Sackman. He's got
For years, our Store Innovations customers told us they love our countertops, but only wanted to deal with one company for their entire kitchen project. Well, we've heard you. So now Store Innovations can give you a brand new kitchen with the same high quality products, selection, expertise we've been giving you for years. And now we can give you that brand new kitchen in just 1 week. After sitting down with our designers, picking out cabinets, countertops, and flooring, it will only take us 1 week to install everything. Store Innovations, new kitchens in just 1 week.
Running can be hard on your body, whether you're training for marathons, competitive runs, or just for daily exercise. Turn to Roberts Physical Therapy to get moving, keep moving, and enjoy life on the run. Roberts Physical Therapy has locations in Amherst, Plainfield, and Wisconsin Rapids. And Mutual of Wausau Insurance has been protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. I've been talking about the Brewers, but I also forgot another important sports event happening today. The NCAA March Madness National Championship between UConn and San Diego State is tonight. Last time those two teams met up, UConn was led by Kemba Walker, and San Diego State was led by Kawhi Leonard. A couple of NBA All-Stars led those two teams. And now it's for all the marbles, the national championship. UConn trying to capture their first one since 2014, while San Diego State in their first Final Four trying to get their first national championship in school history. As the first pitch to Xander Klaus on the ground to first, that eats up, and that eats up Grover. Hammerly was there to cut it off, but Grover couldn't get to the bag in time, and the speed of Xander Klaus, that'll most likely be an E3. As the first pitch is down low, 1 ball and no strikes on Lincoln Smith. Lincoln Smith 1 for 2 tonight with a single and a strikeout. 1-0. Smith, and that's inside on him. 2 balls and no strikes. Opper back out there, by the way. I didn't mention that. And that is fouled. You never really quite realize how close you are to the field until you see a ball that's going about 90 miles an hour off the bat coming straight at you. You would think it would be kind of interesting. It's actually quite terrifying. 2 balls and 1 strike. And that is inside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Now Opera having a little trouble finding the zone again. (3-1) to Smith. Smith rips one into left field, going back, and that is going to be over the head of the left fielder. And coming in to score is Klaus, and it's an RBI double for Lincoln Smith. That was hit cleanly over the head of the left fielder Wolchek. An RBI double. That was crushed. Wolchek, and now you might want to think about maybe moving your outfielders back a little bit, maybe. We're going to have no, we're not going to have a pinch runner. No, that's a meeting. My bad. Usually when they do that, it's a pinch runner. So J.J. Ems now steps up with a man at second, nobody out. And the Green Devils fighting their way back in this one. And that is fouled, lined into the street. As the umpire going to Coach Blakely to collect a couple of balls. Looks like he ran out of them. I don't want to say ran out of balls. That just sounds wrong. Which I don't really think I need to explain to our audience why I think that's wrong. So I won't. I should just get my mind out of the gutter. Hopper, and there's a bunt, and it's laid down foul by Ems. That would have been a good bunt had it stayed fair. And there would have been no way they were going to get Lincoln Smith at third. He was flying. That man's got some speed out there at second base, which helps the Green Devils. After the error by Grover, the double by Smith has really changed the momentum in this game. As signaling again is Ems, and that is going to skip in the dirt. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. One ball and 2 strikes, and I would be shocked if Ems will not square. Ems rips one into right field, that is going to be caught. There will be no tag from Smith, as that was hit well, but right at Brock Bierencott, so out number 1. So Cameron Klaus will step up with a runner at second and 1 out. Heart of the order for the Green Devils. Klaus takes one just a little high. 1 ball and no strikes. The 1-0. High and away, 2 balls and no strikes on Cameron Klaus. Two balls and no strikes on Cameron Klaus. Opper checks the runner and throws, and that's in there, a strike. Other action going on here on Zaleski Sports tonight is a reminder probably actually most of these games are probably finished. Most of them were earlier in the day. With baseball action, we had Stratford versus Mosinee, Spash, DC Everest, Fox Valley Lutheran Wapaka. That is ripped down the line. That'll go out of play and foul. And Antigo and Wisconsin Rapids. Two balls and 2 strikes. Again, most of those games are probably over, but if you would like to watch them, just simply go to ZaleskiSports.com and just select the video you would like to watch. But we still got this one going on between Pacelli and Adams Friendship. 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Down goes Klaus. Big out for Opper. And 2 gone. And that will bring on Wampler. First pitch from Opper is down in the dirt. Sackman keeps it in front of him. 1 ball and no strikes. The 1-0. And a swing and a miss as Smith thought about it, but was smartly told to stay put. Would have been very close had Smith tried to go to third. 1-1 on Wampler. Opper takes a look at the runner's throws, and now that gets away from Sackman, and now Smith will go to third. So now a runner at third with 2 outs. Opper ready. And deals the 2-1, and that's in the air to right. Falling fast, dropping, that is going to be down, a base hit. RBI single, Preston Wampler. Smith scores, and it's a 1-run game. It is 6-5. So now with a man on first, that will bring on Ethan Pear. Ethan Pear has walked twice tonight. Green Devils have battled back after falling down 5-1 and made it 6-5 as Pear sends one foul, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Looks like Andrew Van Order might have come out of the game in exchange for Opper. We'll see. The 0-1. And that's in there for a strike on Pear. Oh, no balls and 2 strikes. Man on first, 2 outs. The 0-2 to Ethan Pear. Did he go? They'll ask. And he checked his swing. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Man on first. Outfielder's in shallow, and that is going to be into left field. A base hit just out of the reach of Badoon. So back-to-back 2-out singles by Wampler and Pear. And that will bring on Drankowitz with 2 men on. Two men on, 2 outs for Johnny Drankowitz, who singled his last at-bat. And that is down low. 1 ball and no strikes. Drankowitz has struck out looking and singled tonight, 1 for 2. One-zero. Down low, and Sackman collects it in the dirt. 2 balls and no strikes on Drankowitz. And Coach Sankey will come out and talk with Opper. Just remind you that Phelps Dairy is located at the Crossroad Commons in Stevens Point. Phelps Dairy is a family-friendly experience serving your favorite cheeses, ice cream, meat, and more. It's all grown right here in central Wisconsin. Phelps Dairy is open Monday through Saturday and is also open 24/7 on Facebook. And Monogram Foods has 2 modern facilities and plenty of openings for you to make the choice to come to a growing company right here in Plover. Join the team at Monogram Foods and experience great leadership and support with plenty of room to grow and learn with Monogram Foods in Plover. The 2-0 to Drankowitz. And that is in there, a strike for Opper. Nice job by Sackman to frame that ball. That was a good pitch. 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's a pitch from Opper. And Drankowitz on the ground. This is going to be a tough play. Coming in charging. The throw is not in time. The throw gets away. And coming in to score is Wampler. And this game is tied. Here comes another run. Throw to the plate. Sackman tag. And that kicks away. Pair scores. Wow, Sackman probably fields that cleanly. Pair is probably out, but instead, the Green Devils have come all the way back and now lead 7-6. It'll most likely be a 2. We'll see what they rule that. I think that he was safe. And now we're going to have a pinch runner. For Drankowitz. I believe that's either going to be a 2-base error or a single. As that is outside to Crispin Landon. The pinch runner is number 7, Sam Coleman, for the Green Devils. On the ground to second. And fielded, and that does it for the end of the bottom of the 4th. But the Green Devils score 3, and they have the lead. 7-6, Adams Friendship. We're going to the 5th here on Zaleski Sports.
You know better when you see it.
Is from $17 to $43 per hour, depending on.
As leading off will be number 8, Kelton Opper, in the spot of Andrew Van Order. And a big cut from Opper, and it's 0-1. You know, this has been a game of errors. You know, Pacelli has benefited, and that's in there. 0-2 on Opper, as Pacelli has benefited on some errors by Adam Friendship. But, you know, there are 2 big errors in that inning. The one that obviously scored the 2 runs, but the error, the E3 to start things. Next, that was Xander Klaus who reached on the E3. Next man up, Lincoln Smith doubled, driving a run. That's kind of how the momentum changed. Up high, 1-2 on Opper. We're going to kind of see how Pacelli responds. And that is right down the middle, a called strike 3. Opper is gone. So that'll bring up Nolan Wojcik, who has singled and struck out tonight, as Klaus deals. And that is a good pitch. Great movement on that one from Klaus, 0-1. The 0-1 to Wojcik. And a big cut, 0-2. Go to the Wojcik. Outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. A lot of optimism for Pacelli going into the season, and it's the first game, and this game is not over. And he checked his swing. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. As meanwhile, Lucas Hammerly is warming up in the bullpen for Pacelli. I know you guys, the audience obviously can't see that. The 2-2, and a big cut and a swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Xander Klaus. So 2 outs, and that'll bring up Melise Badoon. Badoon 1 of 2 tonight, with a walk, a single, and a strikeout. Badoon fouls one near the Adams Friendship dugout. Temperature getting a little cooler as we get later into the evening here in Friendship, but still better than what we got for about 3/4 of winter. 1-1. And just outside. 2 balls and 1 strike on Melise Badoon. Two 2-1. And, that was close. Just outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Badoon trying to get on base with 2 outs. And that's a called strike. Not a bad take by Melise right there. 3-2 on Badoon. Payoff hit in the air to shallow center, drifting into the outfield grass, and that play is made by Lincoln Smith. The inning is over. After 4.5, it's Adams Friendship 7, Pacelli 6 on Zaleski Sports.
Hello, Wisconsin. Phelps Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun, Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Phelps Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Phelps Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
Number 9, Lucas Hammerly now in to pitch for Pacelli, with the Cardinals trailing the Green Devils 7-6 going into the bottom of the 5th. As we are as Weatherholt will lead off for Adams Friendship. Weatherholt has walked and struck out tonight. So 0 for 1 for Mason. First pitch. And a big cut by Weatherholt. Swung on and missed. 0-1. What a game this has turned into. It looked like Pacelli might have had a chance to maybe run away with this game early, but the 0-1. And that's in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike. And you can hear Adams' Friendship just with the momentum and just the noise. They're excited. Pacelli, though, keeping calm, not letting their emotions get to him. Still got a lot of baseball left to play. 1-1. Up high, 2 balls and 1 strike on Weatherholt. Hammerly deals, and inside and low, 3 balls and 1 strike. Three balls and 1 strike. And that's inside. It's ball 4. So a leadoff walk to Weatherholt, the second time he has walked tonight. And that is going to bring up the top of the order with Xander Klaus as infielder shading a bit in on the grass to maybe eliminate the bunt situation. Be interested to see if Klaus does bunt. And he offers up high, 1 ball and no strikes. Adams' Friendship scored 4 runs last inning. Sorry, I think, no, 3 runs, my bad. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. After the first 2 innings were rocky, the Green Devils pitching has settled down. 2-0. High and away, 3 balls and no strikes on Xander Klaus. As momentum just continues to be in the favor of the Green Devils. As he's going to show again, and that's right down the middle. 3 balls and 1 strike. Taking all the way, I don't think that Klaus really had any means of actually laying that bunt down. 3 balls and 1 strike. Hammerly ready, and he throws high and away, so back-to-back walks. So 2 men on as Sackman comes out to talk with Hammerly. Just maybe trying to calm him down. So Lincoln Smith will come up now with 2 men on and nobody out, and Smith crushed a double to left field his last time. It's the last time up as he crushed one over the head of Wolchek. And now he signals bunt, and that is up high, 1 ball and no strikes. Oh, sorry, I apologize. Itchy nose. 1 ball and no strikes. Runners at second and first, nobody out. 7-6 Adams' Friendship. 1-0. And Smith pops one up, and just getting back to first was Klaus. So there's 1 gone, and that's going to bring up J.J. Ems. J.J. Ems. As that's high and tight. 1 ball and no strikes. As Hammerly looks back at Weatherholt at second base. 1 ball and no strikes. And now Hammerly looks back the runners again. 1 ball, no strikes, and he deals, and that's right down. Wow, nope, 2 balls and no strikes. Look pretty good. Well, maybe a little high. Here's the 2-0. And now that skips away from Sackman, going to third and getting there is Weatherholt. Now that throw gets away. Didn't get really far enough away where I think Weatherholt would have been able to score regardless. As Wolchek again, like the Pacelli outfielders have been doing most of the night, was playing very shallow and very far in. So 3 balls and no strikes with runners at second and third. Hammerly in a big jam here. 3-0. And that is ball 4. So bases loaded, and that's going to bring up Cameron Klaus. Cameron Klaus, I apologize. Why did I call him Klaus? I've not called him that all night. Bases loaded, 1 out. And Klaus crushes one to left, hooking down the line into the corner and foul. And that's actually a fortunate thing for Pacelli, because had he made that catch, the runner would have been able to tag, and he would have definitely scored. So it was actually probably the best case scenario for Pacelli that the left fielder did not make that play. Oh, 0-1. Klaus got jammed. He popped it up. Third base, and it'll be Badoon to make the catch. Not really a great sense of communication there, but Badoon makes the play, so 2 outs. The infield fly roll was in effect. So bases loaded. Hammerly trying to get out of it. And in the air to left. Falling, dropping fast. Wolchek coming in, and he misplays it. It's going to fall. 2 runs are going to score on the E7. Two-run score. And it's now 9-6, Adams Friendship. Wow, Pacelli has just been killing themselves with errors tonight. So now Ethan Pear up. Pear shoots one down the left field line that's going to go out of play and on to the track. So no balls and 1 strike. The Green Devils have scored 7 unanswered runs against Pacelli. Here's the 0-1. Outside, even at a ball and a strike. The 1-1. Outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. M's at third. And outside, 3 balls and 1 strike. Here's a 3-1. And Pear fouls one off, and it is now a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three-two. And that's high and outside. Ball 4, bases loaded. As Wampler moves up to second. Bases loaded for Drankowitz. And Drankowitz on the ground to third. That's going to roll foul. So 0-1. The 0-1. And that's in there. Called strike 2. Maybe that's the key. Hammerly may need to start working the lower outside edge. The 0-2. And down low. 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Drankowitz. Maybe I was wrong. That was a little low. 1-2. Drankowitz lines 1 foul. Just a little late on it. So it will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes in a big spot. The 2 insurance runs coming courtesy of the E7 as Adams Friendship with a chance to break this open. And on the ground, that is going to sneak. Knocked down by Badoon. Another run is going to come in. And a good effort by Badoon. That'll most likely be an infield hit. I don't think he would have gotten Drankowitz either way. So now it's Crispin Landon to bat with the bases loaded. 10-6 Adams Friendship. Hammerly just trying to get out of this. And not a bad pitch. A little inside. 1 ball and no strikes on Landon. One 0 to Landon. And a big cut and a miss by Crispin Landon. The 1-1 to Landon. Landon rips one into right field, a base hit. 1 run is in. Wampler. Here comes Pear. He will score. 2 more runs are in, and it's now 12-6 Adams Friendship. The Green Devils have just found it offensively. A 2 RBI single. One ball, 1 strike. In the air, popped up. First base. Grover is over, and he dropped it. And another run's going to come in. Oh, my goodness. What is going on? Coleman comes in, heads up, base running. What is going on with the Cardinals? They have just fallen off. That's going to be an E3. I'm sorry, that was not Grover. That was Nathan Reimer, number 21. Most of the time, I apologize. 13-6 now, and now it's Xander Klaus. And a little high, 1 ball and no strikes. And now you don't want to look at it, but if Klaus could send one over, this game could end. If it could hit one over the wall. 1-0. And now that bounces in the dirt. Sackman able to control it. 2 balls and no strikes as the Green Devils have busted this one open. 11 unanswered runs. Klaus fouls one off. 2 balls and 1 strike. Not a bad idea, swinging on 2-0. And just a little outside. 3 balls and 1. Oh, excuse me. 3 balls and 1 strike on Klaus. And the question is, how long do you let it ride with Hammerly? 3-1. And Klaus pops it up, drifting, and that'll go out of play. Crisp and clean, no caffeine. Pacelli, as we said, their opener tonight, as well as the opener. As runner takes off, and that's a called strike 3. But how about 10 batters sent to the plate for Adams Friendship? The Green Devils have busted this one open. We're going to the 6th. It's Adams Friendship 13, Pacelli 6 on Zaleski Sports.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine-free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
To me, the perfect run is when things start to get tough and I'm trying to keep my pace going and I hit this moment where I just quit thinking about what I'm doing. I've heard surgeons mention that as well, that during their best surgeries, you're kind of in just a pure flow. You know, my goal with patients is to try to help them get back to doing what they want to be doing.
The Midstate Technical College Healthcare Simulation Center, in a partnership with Aspirus, is a state-of-the-art interdisciplinary healthcare simulation center. It provides specialized spaces and simulation technology equipped with medium and high-fidelity mannequins and other equipment to create complex healthcare training scenarios. Visit our website at mstc.edu/simcenter.
Xander Klaus back out to work another inning for the Green Devils with his team up big. 13-6, Adams Friendship leading Pacelli here in the top of the 6th as Asher Jordan will lead it off for Pacelli. As the Cardinal offense has just gone silent. And that's in there for a strike on Asher. For Pacelli's next game, they will be at the home opener April 10th. They'll be home versus Wautoma. And any Adams Friendship fans, as that's just a little outside. 2 balls and 1 strike on Asher Jordan. Adams Friendship will be back home again as Wittenberg Burnhamwood will travel here. As Asher Jordan rips one line drive caught by Lincoln Smith. Not a bad piece of contact by Asher Jordan, but right at Lincoln Smith. And there's out number 1 here in the 6th, as that will bring on Brock Bierencott. As Brock Bierencott will now face Xander Klaus, and that's in there for a strike. And that's in there, a called strike 2. 2 nice pitches in a row there by Xander Klaus. The 0-2, and fouled off by Bierencott. Kind of a half swing, but he was able to get a piece of it. Here's the 0-2. And that's a called strike 3. Down goes Bierencott as they throw it around the horn. So 2 outs now, and that will bring on Peyton Fleas. Klaus deals a strike. Wow, Klaus has just found that zone. And that's a called strike 2, back-to-back. Nice pitches, pretty much the same exact spot in the upper right corner. The 0-2, and high and outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Strankowitz just wasted no time throwing that ball right back to Klaus. Nice Monday night here. And that's a called strike 3. 3 up and 3 down, an easy inning for Klaus. We're going to the bottom of the 6th, 13-6, Adams Friendship, when we come back on Zaleski Sports.
What Heartland Farms is a large potato and vegetable operation. Who Heartland Farms is a group of hardworking, dedicated people who have a common vision.
Heartland Farms is an accumulation of individuals who came from family farm backgrounds, grew up on family farms, and now have come together as one larger team to own and manage a much larger farm enterprise.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
Bottom of the sixth inning, 13-6. Adams Friendship leading the Pacelli Cardinals. We have a new pitcher in for Pacelli. I believe it is number 13, Nate Hammerly. As Adams Friendship coming off an inning when they sent 10 batters to the plate, batted around, and scored 6 runs. I'm sorry, the pitcher is number 15, Luke Sikirka. So Lincoln Smith will lead it off for Adams Friendship here in the sixth. And that's in there for a strike from Hammerly. I'm sorry, Sikirka. The 0-1 to Smith. And a little low. 1 ball and 1 strike. And that's tapped, and it was a foul ball as it hit Smith. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. One, two. And a swing and a miss. Drop third strike. They'll have to secure it at first. Sackman throws over to first and in time. So 1 out, and that will bring up Ems. Ems 0 for 3 with a walk tonight. And a wild throw by Sikirka. 1 ball and no strikes on Ems. Here's the 1-0. On the ground to third, and that is going to stay fair, and it's going to be a hit. Andrew Van Order at third had a choice to either let that one roll and maybe hope it stay foul or play it and maybe try to get a play on it. Ends up being an infield hit. So that will bring... That'll put a man on for Cameron Klaus. Sikirka deals inside on Klaus. And that's in there for a strike. That the low end of the plate, the bottom half of the strike zone is where he's calling it. Kirker ready. Throws back to first as Ems had a pretty decent sized lead, but he gets back in time. And that's in there for a strike. Not a bad take by Cameron Klaus. 1-2. Klaus on the ground. That's going to roll foul down the third base line. One ball and 2 strikes. Cameron Klaus here at the bottom of the 6th. And Klaus fouls one off. That was in and out of the glove. Oh, I'm sorry. No, Wampler will not hit. It will be number 7, Sam Coleman, to hit. So not Wampler. Sam Coleman will step in for his first at-bat. Skirka deals. And a little high. 1 ball and no strikes on Coleman. The 1-0. That's in there for a strike. Easy call there. One ball and 1 strike. And that's a called strike. It's been the lower half and the outside corner that have been the main calls for the umpires tonight. 1-2 on Coleman. And that's a called strike 3 right down the middle. The inning is over. Last chance for Pacelli. 13-6 Adams Friendship. We're going to the 7th here on Zaleski Sports.
Heartland Custom Homes is your local custom home builder for over 50 years right here in Plover. We are committed to making the process of constructing your dream home as engaging, efficient, and stress-free as possible. Our panelized construction is ideal for our central Wisconsin climate, and our expertise and workmanship give you the confidence to know that your home is in good hands. Stop in or schedule a meeting to talk about your vision and watch as your design takes shape before your eyes. You deserve the home of your dreams. Let Heartland Custom Homes bring yours to life.
At Express Employment Professionals, we place people from all walks of life in all kinds of jobs.
Hi, welcome to Express. Please sign in and have a seat.
Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks.
Last chance for Pacelli, down 7 as we got a new pitcher as Lincoln Smith will come in to pitch. As Sackman will lead off for Pacelli here in their last at-bat. Sackman ready to step in, and that's down low. So 1-0 on Sackman facing Lincoln Smith. 1-0. Down low, 2 balls and no strikes on Sackman. That's a strike right there. 2-1 now. Pacelli started off very well, but their bats have just gone quiet. And that's down low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That has just been his call all night. You're going to have to protect that spot. And high near the head of Sackman. 3 balls and 2 strikes, full count. The pitch on the ground, too short, and takes a bad hop, and Sackman is going to be safe. So that took a kind of a tough hop on Ems at short. And that's in there for a strike on Lucas Hammerly. On deck circle. Up high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Low and inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pacelli trying to bring some momentum in any way that they can. Got a long way to go. This game is not over. And that's a called strike 3. Lucas Hammerly is called out on strikes. And there's Nathan Reimer, 0-1 on Reimer. Smith high and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. And that's in there. Strike 1 on Andrew Van Order from Lincoln Smith. 0-1. High. 1 ball and 1 strike. As we said, Pacelli will be in action next on April 10th at home versus Wautoma. Meanwhile, Adams Friendship will be back home against Wittenberg Burnhamwood, and that's in there. And now the Cardinals are down to their final strike. Smith, the 1-2, and inside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs. Green Devils trailed 6-2, the 2-2, and that's a called strike 3, and this one is over. The Adams Friendship Green Devils win it 13-6 as they take down the Pacelli Cardinals as they start the year 1-0. Pacelli drops to 0-1. As coming up next is the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. You can get your fresh cheese curds made daily at Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield or Curtis or at NasonvilleDairy.com. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back for the postgame show here on Zaleski Sports. Final score, Adams Friendship 13, Pacelli 6.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making.
Right.
Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually, that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people.
My father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Frio, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
Oh, okay, sorry. Back here on Zaleski Sports after the final 13-6. Adams Friendships take down Pacelli tonight. The story of the game was definitely the errors. Pacelli had made a lot of mistakes in the infield and in the outfield that created a lot of runs for Adams Friendship. And you got to credit the pitching of Xander Klaus for Adams Friendship. He shut down the Cardinals. It was a little rocky in the beginning, but the Green Devils responded and scored 11 unanswered runs to get their team the win. Pacelli will take on Wautoma next week, April 10th, at home. That'll be their home opener. Meanwhile, Adams Friendship will next be in action right back here at home against Wittenberg Burnhamwood. We're going to wait to see if we can get an interview with Coach. The Pacelli led 6-2 for most of the game until the Green Devils just, again, like I said, just took advantage of some costly mistakes. I think about 5 or 6 runs were scored courtesy of errors, which is just, unfortunately, something that just can't happen in baseball. Pitching, Asher Jordan had to grind a little bit, but he did get through his first 2 innings. As I said, we're kind of just waiting to see if Coach Sankey will come over and talk to us. I think they're having a team meeting right now. As I said, we're doing our 2-minute recap. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. Whether you are a Pacelli or Adams Friendship fan, we thank you for tuning in, because without you guys, this is not possible. Again, obviously, it's a little hard for me because I'm kind of just rambling on right now. But with that, we're just going to wrap it up. No interview tonight. We thank you for tuning in. As we said, Pacelli will be next in action at home versus Wautoma next week. We will have that for you on Zaleski Sports, your home for Pacelli Sports. Again, the final score tonight, Adams Friendship 13, Pacelli 6. On behalf of Jack Weber and Trevor Zaleski, we want to thank you for tuning in. Have a great night, everybody, and we'll see you next time.